Most people quit learning 3D, and the crazy thing is, it's almost never because they're not talented. It's usually something way simpler and way more fixable. And if you understand this one thing, you suddenly become unstoppable. So in this video, I'm going to break down why 90% of beginners quit, and more importantly, how you can avoid becoming part of that statistic, even if you're struggling right now. By the end, you'll know the exact mindset and strategy that keeps people going long enough to actually get good, even when their first renders look like melted Play-Doh. But first, there's something people never talk about, and it might be the real reason you keep feeling stuck. Because there's one specific moment, one tiny moment, that silently kills most people's 3D journey. You've definitely experienced it before, but you probably didn't realize it's the moment where beginners either break through or give up forever. I'll explain exactly what that moment is in a second. But let's start with the obvious question: why people quit? Reason number one, the expectation trap. People think, by next week, I should be as good as those Blender artists on Instagram. But what they don't see is those people have years behind them. So when your first donut looks like sad, shiny bread, your brain says, maybe this isn't for me. No, it is for you. You're just comparing your day 1 to someone else's day 1,000. Many beginners expect quick results without the necessary patience, consistent effort, and understanding of the complex learning process. This leads to frustration when progress does not happen as fast as they hoped, causing them to lose motivation and quit. The gap between initial enthusiasm and the demanding reality of mastering detailed skills like modeling, texturing, rendering, and workflows leads to discouragement and burnout. This trap especially affects new learners who compare themselves to experienced professionals or expect mastery without fully grasping the time and practice required. The instant everything mindset prevalent today makes people impatient, expecting immediate success, which contradicts the deep learning needed for 3D creation. As frustrations build from hitting learning plateaus, technical difficulties, or lack of visible improvement, many give up instead of pushing through these natural challenges. The expectation trap is about the mismatch between hopeful, high initial expectations and the slower, effortful reality of development in 3D art, often causing learners to quit prematurely. Embrace seeing yourself as a 3D artist or learner who perseveres despite setbacks. Identity-based motivation reduces decision fatigue and builds resilience, making it easier to keep going even when motivation dips or progress is slow. Frame failures as part of the growth process and remain consistent in effort. Accept frustration and challenges as natural parts of the journey. Instead of giving up when hitting walls, recognize these moments as opportunities for learning and progress. This mindset helps tolerate setbacks without losing momentum. Break learning into manageable steps and set clear, achievable goals to maintain focus and a sense of progress. Goals can drive motivation and help avoid overwhelm. Focus on types of 3D work you truly enjoy. Doing what excites you sustains interest and commitment better than forcing through tasks that feel like a chore. View setbacks as temporary slips rather than failures. This helps maintain a growth mindset and keeps identity intact as a persistent learner. Together, these mindset shifts create a foundation for patience, consistency, and long-term motivation essential to overcoming the complex learning curve in 3D. Reason number two, the overwhelm spiral. Blender alone has buttons under buttons inside more buttons, menus you didn't even know existed. Most beginners open the software, stare at it for 10 seconds, and think, yeah, maybe I'll come back later. Spoiler, that they don't. Overwhelm kills motivation faster than lack of talent. Initially, learning 3D feels exciting with new tools and cool models. But as beginners face the technical complexities, like topology fixes, UV mapping, and constant problem solving, it shifts into a tedious, repetitive grind. This leads to feeling overwhelmed as they juggle many tasks or projects simultaneously, with their brain signaling a lack of energy or time to manage everything. The mental overload results in loss of joy and motivation, since learners encounter slow progress and frequent frustrations. This cycle of overwhelm, combined with the boredom from necessary repetitive practice, creates a downward spiral that often causes learners to quit before mastering the skills. Managing this overwhelm with structured approaches and realistic expectations is key to staying consistent in 3D learning. Reason number 3, the no progress illusion. This one hurts because you are improving, but improvement in 3D is invisible until suddenly it's obvious. Most people quit right before things start clicking. And that brings me back to that tiny moment I mentioned earlier. There is one moment that decides whether you quit or continue. It's the moment right after you finish a project, and it looks nothing like the tutorial. This is the moment that kills most 3D dreams. Not the software, not your PC, not lack of talent. It's at first, oh wow, this is terrible. Right there, your brain wants to protect you. It tells you to stop so you don't feel embarrassed again. But here's the truth nobody tells you. If your first 10 renders don't look terrible, you're learning the wrong way. Asterisk, asterisk. Bad renders mean you're actually learning. Bad renders mean you're experimenting. Bad renders mean you're in the stage every artist has to go through. You cannot skip that stage. You can only outlast it. So how do you become the person who pushes through when everyone else quits? It comes down to 3 simple habits that almost guarantee you won't quit 3D. And most people don't even know they exist. Let's break them down. Habit number 1, micro projects only. Not giant characters, not full animations. Your projects should be things like a chair, a coffee cup, a simple room, a bouncing ball, finishable, quick, confidence building. Small wins keep you moving. Habit number 2, timeboxing. You are not allowed to work until it's perfect. Instead, set a 20 to 40 minute timer. Work, stop, move on. This kills perfectionism and builds rapid skill. Habit number 3, reflection over results. After each project, ask, what did I learn? Not is it good? This one switch reprograms your brain to chase growth, not validation. When you shift your mindset like this, you become the person who survives long enough to get good. And once you get good, you'll wonder why you ever doubted yourself. If this helped you rethink your journey, hit that subscribe button, because I'm dropping more videos that guide you through 3D in a way that actually makes you better without the overwhelm. And if you wanted to break down the exact roadmap I'd follow if I had to start 3D all over again, let me know in the comments, and I'll make that the next video. See you in the next one.